Okay,
Recording.
everyone record? Wait,
Mm.
I'll give you a second. I think I need to clear my throat. There's something stuck in there.
Dick.
Just cut off.
No, I said so quiet.
Wait, what I missed?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second episode of the Let Us Tell You podcast. I'm your host, Aza, and joining with me again is Lazarus, Acasia, and today we have another co-host joining with us, Noemi.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
All right, so my name is Noemi Hinagami, my full name, and I am an art and Apex streamer. I do some variety on the side, but it's been a while because like my Apex addiction is at its peak. I'm a CrossFit demon. So the lore is that I'm a demon that grants wishes at the expense of your soul, and I stream on Twitch, and it's been a little over a year now. Yeah.
Damn.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So, let's just kick this off with so how's everyone been for the past month since our last recording?
Technically, after the recording, we had Chinese New Year, or some might know as Lunar New Year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys been anywhere? I think for me, this year, because of COVID and everything like that, it's a bit of a mix. There places have been opening up, but we have not been visiting that many places. But my house has been open to be a Switch and a gambling den for some.
Oh.
Yeah, I say den, but we're actually quite chill. It's not that intense, not super intense in any way.
Mhm.
Mostly for Switch and Smash. So I've gotten lots of my friends to be Smash cultists like me. But I'm leading it
Oh my
because
gosh.
I don't let them defeat me.
No, I appreciate the context here, but Switch and Smash, they sound very.
Oh, okay. Nintendo Switch and Super
Oh.
Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay, I have to reiterate that. Wow.
Okay, so apparently Lazarus is a Switch and he likes to smash.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Hold
I wasn't ready for that. And over Chinese New Year with friends around, right? Oh no.
Oh, no,
Oh, with the family? What? Wait.
Oh,
no. Time to build a family.
oh.
Wait.
Yeah, that was a bit of what happened.
Voice went like an octave higher.
So how the rest been?
Keisha,
go
can I
first? No, you go first.
Bro, I'm like a hermit, I swear. So nothing much has happened. As far as I'm aware, I've been staying at home. The biggest achievement is I grinded 2 masters on Apex,
Let's
which doesn't make
go.
me sound any better.
Let's go.
I think the social deprivation is kind of hitting me right now, so I've planned 2 outings next week. It's been so long. I just need to talk to people. I just need to see people, man.
Yeah.
It's sounding
Yeah,
so bad right now.
I totally get that feeling because even for me, I haven't properly met anyone in a long time. too.
Gosh.
Yeah, it almost feels like a long distance relationship sometimes.
But not only with your significant other, but with everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, yeah.
True.
Even with COVID, I still feel like, if you can make a small meetup with a friend or two, it's just good for, your mental.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only thing I'm having a social deprivation is that I really miss karaoke's.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. But it's so dangerous now to go to karaoke. So it's kind of sad because a lot of people can't go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, we are getting ahead of ourselves. Wait, Acacia, how's your month
Oh.
been?
Okay. Honestly, the entirety of the Chinese New Year week was just a massive food coma for me. I just could not stop eating. There was food everywhere. There's so much to eat. Can we just acknowledge that there's so much to eat during Chinese New Year? That's insane. But
Yes.
outside of that, it's just I got my ear pierced. I guess that's about it. Thanks.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my TED Talk.
Wait, your first one or what?
Nah.
My first one, as in, my piercing.
Oh, yeah, she got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
second one, right? I think we.
It's actually my 7th, actually.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, I let my first 2 grow back. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I mean Aza, no way it's her first or second one. Girls get their ears pierced every other month or something like that.
I don't
also
know
true.
because I mean my sister only has 3 piercings in 1 year, so I just thought either the first or the second. 7th? Man,
it's like 3 on one ear, on both ears, and then I have one extra one like on the top from my helix.
Oh
yeah,
my
the helix
gosh.
piercing. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
hearing about that as well.
Keisha, you need to update your model now.
Oh no,
Not
no, screw that.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
You gotta have more piercings there right now.
I actually have no piercings on my ears.
Oh,
All right.
So
Sis,
it's
we
very
should
awkward.
go.
It's very awkward when like it's my birthday and my friends give me earrings and they're like, try it on. I'm like, oh no. See.
the thing is,
Lazarus, you've been proven wrong that not all girls have piercings.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Um,
Okay, most okay, but for Noemi, is it like a you don't want it, or is it like a sensitive skin sort of thing?
it's neither. It's more like because I know there's this phase where you have to take care of it really well. Like, when you first
yeah.
pierce it so it doesn't get infected. And you
Mhm.
always have to have an earring on so that the gap doesn't close. And that's
Mhm.
kind of too much work for me. So it's like the last thing I want is to go through all that just for it to close on me and give me a lot of pain.
Say less, say less.
Yeah.
Okay, I think like generally because my friends have asked, like, oh, you can get, guys can get piercing as well. But for me, I'm thinking like
Mm.
headphones and earphones.
Oh, it's fine actually.
Really?
It doesn't really
Like if you wear
yeah.
studs, they're fine.
What about-
right?
Yeah, exactly.
What about the huge ass headphones, like the one you put over your head? Those don't affect your.
Oh, that's what I'm using. Let's go.
What?
It's
The
actually
over
fine
ear
because
ones, right?
Yeah.
It's like because there's like I don't know about your headphones, but mine have like a bit of like a ring around it with cushion, and then on the inside it's just hollow, so it doesn't really touch the ear. At most, it gets a bit humid, but otherwise it's like okay. Yeah.
I think it's maybe I'm just like really easily annoyed at that because even for right now, like I had to like take off my glasses and wear my contacts just to wear my headphones because I don't like anything at my ears when I'm wearing a pair of headphones.
Yeah, I wanted to ask
Yeah.
people about that because I got glass. I don't need glasses, but I got glasses for like the blue light filter.
Yeah.
And I could not for the life of me understand how you wear headphones with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it puts pressure on like your nose bridge and then it leaves the little
Like a dent?
pressure thingy. Yeah, the dent on your nose.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, I cannot. Aza, do you wear glasses with headphones?
No, I don't wear glasses. Though I have to say, I did thought about having earrings just for the sake of aesthetics because my hair is like heavy on one side, so it's like you when it gets long enough, you can cover one side of my eye. So I thought like if I actually have earrings, it kind of balance it out.
The aesthetic.
But then again, I feel pain, so I don't want to.
It's actually not that
That
painful.
pain, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more painful than it actually feels. I'll just say that.
There's also the sake of my family saying, no, guys shouldn't have earrings. It makes you look like I would say.
It's such a traditional Chinese thing to say, like for
Yeah.
So,
True.
but I still fear the pain, so I didn't plan to. Though other than that, yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, I think after like having taking vaccines, shots, and also blood donations and stuff like that, I think like a piercing wouldn't be as painful in my book, like, even though I don't have one. I'm not even actually. In the past, I was like thinking, it's like just another extra thing to have like effort in taking care of. But maybe who knows? I might consider maybe like a 2% chance. But yeah, we'll see.
No, I thought about it
Do
also. It's like
it.
I probably won't want to get earrings because how do I say? I don't really take care of myself properly. Like I don't even comb my hair most of the time. So telling me to like do my earrings and stuff like that, I'll probably like just get it pierced and then I just stop.
Mood.
Ooh,
I feel you. There are days I just don't want to.
I'm also like not a person that accessorizes a lot. So like changing earrings, I probably if I had earrings, I have one that just stays there the whole time because I'm too lazy
Yeah.
to match.
Honestly, same. I only got earrings because I thought they looked cool. Not that I have any other earrings to replace them with.
Yeah, so for me, past month has been actually a lot has changed for the past month for me. Mainly because since the first recording until now, I started this venture where I draw Malaysian Vtubers for an hour and during their
Ooh.
stream. So I've been starting this challenge for actually just after our first recording. So ever since then, I got to meet a lot of new people, and then I like when you pop up into their streams and then they just recognize you, that feeling feels good.
Mhm.
Nice.
True.
It's it's kind of like speed dating with the VTubers in a
Oh, wait.
sort of way.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
Allow me to
Wait.
explain.
Okay.
So-
Let me save you there, but not romantically.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so most of the time when you meet new VTubers, you listen to them, watch for an hour or so, then you just find, I like this one. Then you follow and then you just pop back in. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna find a random Malaysian VTuber. I'm gonna draw them, and while I'm drawing, I'm also listening to their stream. So it's like by the time I finish this drawing, it's about an hour. So it's kind of like, I have a lot of fun drawing this character in this hour. And then, alright, so I'll just let them know, hey, I draw you during your stream, and go check it out if you want to. Then I drop a follow and say I'll be back one day just to like watch your stuff.
Nice.
So that's what I meant by speed dating in a sort of way. It's like,
I got,
you know,
got your back, Aza. I got your back.
yeah. I'm not weird, please.
Keisha and I like sweating like I was not
Yeah,
aware
we're
of
like,
this date.
wait, hold on.
No.
No, but okay.
You two are very different. Like for
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Is that
alright.
better?
No. So allow me to like explain this. I may be like hopping around a lot of streams and all, but in the end of the day, it's like, alright, I need a place where I can just say, I'm done like spending an hour there, and I need a place to like listen to while I do my work. It's always either YouTube streams.
Oh,
Damn, so the rest of the other VTubers are your side hoes and we're the main?
Oh no. I think I've told Acasia this, but it feels like coming back home. That kind of feeling.
Aww.
With this
So we're
context,
your
it sounds a bit
mains.
different.
okay. I can't save you there, Aza. You're on your own. You're on your own. I
No,
don't think I can say about that anymore.
I'm not gonna put this in the actual
Peace
podcast.
out. Peace out.
Howard.
I have the power. All right. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing for the past month.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Then also it allows me to start drawing again, because I actually stopped drawing for a very, very long time for mostly personal reasons. But yeah, being able to draw again feels good.
I think you've
Nice,
improved a lot. Like I've been seeing your art since you started, of course, and then up to like the latest one. I think like I can see there's like some confidence behind what you do now. You feel more like you can you know what you want in a piece. Does that make sense? At least that's what I feel.
So when I started out, I always have a reference of a certain artist that I choose to follow. So you can see like this is consistency of the art style. Because what I did was, our college taught us was that you always have to have a reference, and then it starts from an artist. Then your lecturers will tell you like, okay, draw this style in your own way, and then from there you develop your own style. So it's like you gather all these styles and you develop your own. So when initially I started, I picked from two artists that I really like, Krantz Kushat and Lam.
Lum?
Lam. Lam.
Oh, okay.
If you go to YouTube and you type kawaii based music, a lot of the wallpaper that you see are drawn by Lam.
Okay.
Okay. So I use those two as reference, and then initially I always like try to I'll not say copy, but like follow as much as I can with how they draw the contour of the faces and everything. And then slowly it went to the point where like I don't even need the reference anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
You know,
great.
practicing.
Simple art tips for people who wants to start.
Yeah, coming
Yes.
from an actual art student.
Always get reference,
no
matter
shame
what.
in reference.
Yep. No
Yes,
shame.
but don't get one reference. Get as many as you can, then develop your own style from there.
Slight pro tip as well. It's similar with music, especially if you're starting out. Yeah, with a new genre, new style, references, no shame references. Yeah, Acasia, you were saying?
Oh, right. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of a video I watched from Ethan Becker when he was talking about developing his art style. It's definitely not just an art school thing. Like, even like industry artists are pretty much saying, like, get multiple references
Yeah.
and pick what you like out of them. Maybe like your line weight or like the kind of colors you like, that kind of stuff, which is honestly really cool that you can find this kind of information on YouTube as well. So yeah, that was my tangent. Question mark?
I mean, there's also this thing where it's like, you know, some people, they always have like a mirror in front of while they're drawing. So it's like, if there's face expression, you follow your own face, like you smile, you sad, then you follow that. And sometimes you will need a camera to, you know, you pose yourself. to get
Oh.
Yeah, self-referencing.
self-referencing.
Yeah.
If you post yourself, you understand what's the maximum of like how you turn and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes people like to draw being able to show the chest and the butt at the same time, but it's not logical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
so, like,
anatomically weird.
you at least understand your body's anatomy
Yeah.
a lot better if you post for yourself.
No, it actually gets me thinking, like JoJo poses. I know some of them are physically possible, but how?
Okay, so there is this thing that I learned in exaggerated artworks is that you can exaggerate a pose, but you have to make it so that it looks nice.
Yeah.
JoJo is able to make it look nice. Some of them, like, they exaggerate the pose too much, like, bending your waist like 90 degrees, that's like pain. But then if you manage to do it in such a way where it looks nice, like the drawing itself looks nice, it look a bit more believable, then there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, like the usual, like the crazy Dio pose. I shared this picture. I've seen actually like a short clip somewhere on Reddit that a cosplayer actually posed like this, even when all
That doesn't look hard. Wait.
A lot of people can do this actually.
Yeah.
It looks easy.
No, but
Maintaining
Wait.
is
but
the
the
tough
thing is,
part.
like they actually went like a bit more, way more back than this. Actually, I was like, what the heck? They can actually physically do
Ooh.
that shit. Like how?
I mean, isn't this just walking through the limbo?
No, but like
Honestly, yeah.
yeah,
it is
but
kind
like
of.
very exaggerated and like I don't know. But I'm just impressed at how they can go wild sometimes.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. I know that JoJo takes a lot of references from like I think Vogue models.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this is a picture that I found.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool. There are always like actual real life references, which is like whoa, like they're not as exaggerated, but you can see the reference. Yeah.
Yeah, because Araki he does have like a thing for fashion and Vogue and stuff like that. He's crazy.
I had a quick tangent is that, do you guys ever have weird
Oh.
dreams?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Well,
Plenty.
I think I can say one thing from myself personally. It's like for me when I have dreams, in the moment I know I have the dreams and like I sort of remember them, but when I wake up, there's like a small time frame for me. If I don't write it down or I don't actively remember it for the next 5 minutes, it just goes missing.
Same here. Honestly, same
Yeah.
here.
So like
Yeah.
when, like I remember like lots of different dreams happening, but like the details are always so blurry because like I didn't actively remember them. Like only the ones where I write down, like I actively write down, and then those I remember.
Because I asked this because I feel like I'm in a very special case where I often lucid dream.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
If you guys know what lucid dream means, it's like in the dream you're able to control your actions in a sort of way. At the same time, you are dreaming, so you utilize and manipulate that. So there are a couple of times where I do lucid dream, and most of the ones that I do is the ones that I can remember.
Oh wow!
I remember a lot of my dreams actually.
Wow.
So, and then sometimes you have this crazy dream, and then you wake up, you're like, did I just created a AAA game in my head or something? Like I have one example. So I had this one dream where it was a zombie apocalypse, and I was like killing zombies here and there, but I wasn't like trying to save the world or anything. What I do was I go to this brothels, if you guys know what brothels are.
Yeah.
So, and there are like these prostitutes, but they are underage, like between like 15 to 17, around like this. I can remember. I even remember their hair color and everything also. It was so weird. But basically, I went there, and all of these girls are like very depressed. Or there are some guys also. They're like very depressed. They are like going through a lot because during a zombie apocalypse, like human mentality is to the point where you are fighting zombies, like you keep on fighting zombies, and then you come to the point where you need some sort of entertainment, and especially during those times, you cannot assume like electricity will always be there. So what other entertainment are there? This brothels?
Reading.
I remember what I did was I went to these places, and what I did was I saved these girls.
Okay.
Like basically get them out of this sort of hell they are living in. So overall, I got this idea where a game where you fight zombies, but your main goal is not to save the world, but to save these girls from living their own hell, while you yourself are in this hell. I'm not sure if that makes sense
Yeah,
to you guys.
it's like a rescue
See?
mission
Yeah,
in
it does.
in a zombie
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic
Mm.
world.
I can't believe my head can think of this kind of things. You had these dreams where it's just so wild that you wake up, you realize, how did I think of that?
Honestly, there was this one where I was like, I had it when I was in high school. So I was like part of this like whole textbook prefect thing when I was in high school, right? So we had a room. For some reason, my dream was set in that room. It started off with us hearing like a loud fucking bang, like somebody basically tried to throw like a firework off the top floor of the building, and everything went ablaze. So everything was on fire, and I was just panicking. My friends were panicking. Everyone was panicking. We left, and that's all I remember of the dream. But the main point was, I think a week later, someone actually threw a firework off the top floor of the building and got in trouble for it. And I just had like flashbacks. Whoa, wait.
Hold
Whoa, hold on.
Deja vu.
Deja
I've been
vu,
here in
yeah.
this place before.
Acacia is an Esper, guys.
Dude, I
Hold
better
on.
not be. Like, that place better not be a blaze, bro. Like, no. But yeah, what about Noemi?
Okay, so I have two that I will never forget. It's about a few reoccurring dreams. I had this dream that me and my friends were stuck in a mall, and there's a serial killer out to kill us, but no one can see him. So the mall is crowded. But
Gosh.
and then we're like just a bunch of kids. Like I was younger, I don't know why, but so we all have to hide, and if we get caught, he'll kill us basically. So the first night, obviously, I didn't know what's happening, so I just like hid in random places. Like I think I remember hiding at like an art store, and I hid under a table like an idiot child that doesn't know how to play hide and seek. And one of my friend, she was, I think, kind of shocked in place, so she didn't hide. And I watched like the killer, like kill her really brutally. I don't want to
No.
describe
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Yeah, so like,
Oh.
yeah. And then obviously I wasn't hiding in the best place, so he came for me next, and I woke up. Now, what makes this dream weird is that the next day I had this dream. It was the same thing again, and I remembered I had this dream
Wow.
while I was in the dream. So it was kind of like a redo. So I had this week and a half of me trying to find hiding places that wouldn't get me killed. So I remember hiding in the vents, and then one of my friends hid in like a clothes, like those clothing hangers that go in a circle.
Yeah.
Oh,
But she
yeah.
hid inside. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she got caught, and I watched her from the
Oh,
vents.
no.
And I remember going to like the swimming pool, and he found me and he drowned me. It was
Oh,
really bizarre.
gosh.
Like I don't know, my mind was
Oh.
messed up.
This is a whole horror game. Like,
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
horror
like
game.
it was. And every time I die, I wake up and then I try again the next day, which is really weird. And I don't know how it stopped. I'm guessing I found a hiding spot that didn't get killed, and I just never had it again.
Gosh.
So that was it
That was a reoccurring dream.
Oh.
back to back.
Oh my gosh.
These are borderline night terrors, actually.
That was scary, man.
that really might have scarred me for life if I had
Mm.
that.
I had another one. So okay, this one, some people might see it differently. I'm not a religious person, but my mom saw this as like testimony because she's like really religious. This was when I was 7 or 8 years old. I was still sleeping next to her, like in her bed, and she remembered me crying when I wake up every morning. So it was also another recurring dream. And she asked me why, and I would say, it's cold, it's cold. And she didn't understand why. So like a few nights she would turn off the aircon, maybe leave the fan on, and I'd still wake up crying, saying it's cold. And
Ooh.
she was at work one night, so she has like this tuition center, and this pastor came up to her asking her for donations for the orphanage. And she was like, okay, give me a sec, I'm gonna get a few of my friends, and then maybe you can come back next week, and then I'll give you the full donation. And then she's like, the pastor's like, okay. And then I still kept saying like, oh, it's cold for the next few weeks. And then after she gave the donation, I stopped having it. And I never explained the dream to her until a few weeks later that I could like finally say it. So in my dream, I would be on the cement floor sleeping, and there were a bunch of kids around me, and they were all like complaining about like how cold it was. And I was also shivering in my dream, which is why I
Wow.
complained about how cold it was, because it was like the cold cement floor. It was like hard on our backs. So apparently, the donation that she gave was for the beds for the orphanage.
Wow.
And after that, I
Whoa.
stopped having, yeah. So like I don't believe in this kind of things, but yeah. it's still kind of bizarre.
Wow, that,
Actual goosebumps. Actual goosebumps.
That
I'm
is,
really getting
that
goosebumps.
is like,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
huh.
Like,
Mhm.
honestly, even though I'm also not really like superstitious, I'm a little stitious. Like, it's like one of those, like, if it happens, you go like, oh wait, could it be that thing even if you usually wouldn't
Right?
believe in it? Yeah.
I like superstition for like the spiciness. Like, it could
True.
be. It could be.
I mean, it's kind of like the idea of life is a lot more interesting if it could be.
Yeah. So it's the same. I have the same thought for like ghosts. Like, I don't believe it's there, but if something spooky happens, I'll be like, ooh.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I could say it's like that dream. Sure, you might, people who aren't superstitious will like wouldn't think too much about it. But for me, it's kind of like, in the end, your mom did something of a good cause, right?
Yeah.
So let's just be happy with that good cause in the end.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get into our itinerary for today. So just like the first episode where we had Acasia as our first guest, today we will technically treat Noemi as our first guest for the episode. Sorry, not first at this point. It's like a reoccurring host, but it's also a VTuber. So we have questions for her by me. Acasia also has some questions, and even our production team has questions. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, so first question I would like to ask is the same question I asked Acasia, which is, when have you started being a VTuber, and what made you want to start?
I started in 2020 in like early November, I think. And it was also around the same time Hololive Ian Gen 1 came out. So, there was like this craze of VTubers coming out, especially in the English community, because back then it was only a Japanese culture, right? And then after that, I think debut culture came out and VTubing became more of the norm. So I never had intentions. I didn't see Hololive Ian and be like, I want to be that. It was more like I got my hands on Vroid, which is this 3D model making software, and I was just like messing around, and then I already had the so-called persona that I think some artists will have, despite whether they want to see it as like a VTuber. I just saw it as like a persona, so I made that into a VTuber, and I think it kind of hyped me up to like try like the facial recognition, and I was like, oh my god, it's working. Oh my god. And I remember posting it on my Instagram. I think Acacia replied to it back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, whoa, she looks so pretty. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I didn't have intention to stream. I just wanted to create one. Yeah.
Wait, Acacia, were you already a VTuber at that time?
No.
At the time I messaged Noemi, I was kind of in the process of making one, but I wasn't like I hadn't debuted yet. But I'd always known Noemi was like she was a VTuber, and I didn't really like. Noemi found out on her own actually. Like she found out.
Okay, so we can talk about that later about how I found out Acacia is a VTuber. But yeah, it was also during a time where I had 2 college mates, and one of them has been streaming for about 4 years now, and one just wanted to get into it because they got good Wi-Fi recently. So he was teaching the other dude like the streaming software, how to get into it, and like how to stream games. And I was like in the call kind of lurking, like I was taking notes, but they didn't know because I didn't want to say I want to become a streamer, right? I have this big thing where I only want to tell people once I've gotten past like the first hurdle. So it doesn't look like I tell people when I just start, and it's I don't know. I think it's just a meeting. So I only told them much later that I wanted to be a VTuber. Before it was just like, I'm just playing. I'm not doing anything. But for real, like I wanted to get into streaming. So I always like overheard them talking about OBS and talking about when they're gonna stream. So I like took notes. Yeah. And that really got me into like wanting to stream. Because I never saw myself as like this, I don't know how to say, streamer personality. Because I'm very introverted in real life, right? And I think streaming helped me open up a lot more from when I first started. So I'm really grateful for it.
Nice.
It's something I learned about most streamers. Sorry, I wouldn't want to generalize it, but I feel like personally, from what I see, a lot of the streamers in real life, they are more of an introverted person. And being able to show like a side of them online, it's like a very new thing that I feel like it's also one good way of, showing that these people actually have a very fruitful personality. So, which also what I learned is that I have a friend who wanted to try VTubing, but they are like a very extroverted person. And when they try it, it's like, like you have two sides of yourself. So it's like when you show introverted at one side, you show an extroverted side of yourself. So what happened to them was they are extroverted outside, but when they became streamers, they ended up introverted.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
so
an
it's like
on-stream.
they don't really talk that much. They're like very, very shy and everything. So it's that sort of struggle. So that's something I learned from that one example. I'm not sure if it's like, do you guys have ever seen that before?
Acacia, would you say you're introverted or extroverted?
I would say like IRL, I'm honestly very, very introverted. In general, but on stream, it's definitely one of those like, okay, I wouldn't say it's a different persona, but I would say like because I'm in front of a camera, it's my version of being camera shy by literally yelling and trying not to sound too nervous on camera.
Oh.
Yeah, so honestly, like IRL, I'm not really the way I am on stream, but the way I am on stream is also not like a fake version of me. It's like a, oh my god, I have to say something. I have to say it now. So yeah, pretty much.
Bad joke time. When you're a streamer, you have to have multiple personality disorder or something like that.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways, but the next question we've got actually, Noemi, do you have any like, fun experiences when you were a VTuber, like, perhaps like maybe encountering with a family member or a friend who found out you were doing this like out of the blue?
Okay. So my family members finding out wasn't that interesting, so we're just gonna pass that. My brother found out somehow, and he just said hi, subbed to me, so he gave me money, and I was happy.
Aw.
Oh, that's nice.
It was kind of
Aw.
awkward because during that time I was kind of drawing like semi NSFW art. There were like two big butts on the screen, and he was like, "Okay," and then he dropped a follow and just like. And yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine what was going through his head. My mom, I told her because I'm gonna obviously be investing a lot of time into it, and if I plan a stream at night, I don't want her to cancel because she doesn't understand how important it is to me. So I did come forward and tell her about it, and said, I started streaming. I don't think she fully understands it, like the whole VTubing end, but for streaming, I think she understands that. I'm going to be spending a lot of time. I'm talking to people on the internet, and I'm using a character. That's like all that she knows.
All right.
But the experience that I want to talk about is I have this part-time job where I teach little kids how to draw. And a long time ago, I gave them my art Instagram account before I became a VTuber, right? And with that Instagram account, I linked my Twitch.
Oh.
Tea is brewing.
And
Tea is brewing.
Oh god. And one of the kids came to my stream, and I'm just gonna call him student A.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hi." And the thing was, he used his real name on his
Twitch.
Twitch. So I was like, "Oh shit," because my channel is very how to say PG-18. There's a lot of innuendos.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dick jokes. A lot of your moms.
I would
Right?
like to, wait, hold up. How old are those kids? Like the ones that you're
Oh,
teaching?
the kid is 11.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I didn't want to like ban them per se because I'm gonna see them every week for class. So, and he also came up with this whole lore or something that this is not student A, this is student A's cousin that's living in the same house that is like 18 and above, which is like a
Whoa.
blatant lie, but I kind of played along because, I wanted to make sure my viewers are PG-18, and if any moment that they mention that they are not 18, I would recommend that they leave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was different because this is my student and he knows me in real life.
No.
So I kind of let it be, and like he interacted in chat, and every time I was about to make like a dick joke or something, non-say so, I thought about him and I just immediately cut myself off.
No. Oh god.
So like people ask me like, oh, what are you eating? And then my initial response is like, dick. But he's there. So I'm like, oh, spaghetti. And, so we had to show our faces for art class, right? And I remember just like staring at him after like the first encounter, like the first class after I know he showed up at my stream. So I stared at him like, you were there, right? Right, it's you. But like just through like eye contact, not actually asking.
Oh my god.
And I think he picked up on the eye contact too. I don't know if I was like glaring, but I think to him I was glaring.
Oh, no.
And then he like looked away.
It's the energy. It's definitely the energy.
But he didn't tell anyone about it. He didn't tell his mom, which is great. I don't want to get fired.
This sounds like a slice of life anime ready to happen.
I know, right?
It's like,
oh my god.
my teacher is a VTuber.
Oh yeah,
Our teacher is a
actually.
VTuber on the weekends.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
So yeah,
I'm just so glad that the students didn't use your real name or anything.
yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't. That was just great.
Oh
and
my god.
I think he was pretty. I don't want to say mature, but like he understood to some extent of like my privacy and things you shouldn't say on stream.
Mhm.
Obviously, if it was someone younger, they'd be like, "Oh my god, is this you, teacher? Something
Yeah.
name?" And I'd be like, "Well, ending stream,
Yeah,
and we can't stream ever again."
Peace out for real,
Ooh.
forever for life.
It's my
Alright,
graduation stream.
Graduation stream. Renames
Yeah.
your Twitch stream to graduation stream.
I'd
And
say
then-
I'll
yeah.
never.
And then yeah, he came. He was really active for a bit, and then after a while, he just stopped coming. Which bless, please don't come back. But also thank you for respecting my privacy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they're watching this podcast right now?
Please no.
No, okay, kid. Like, no, your teacher doesn't hate you or anything, but it's just the content. The target audience is different. And when you're 18, I'm not sure if she's still streaming when you're 18. Hopefully, she is.
No, just please don't. Like student aid, just like don't come ever.
The way Lazarus worded it, it's like, when you're 18, maybe I'll consider it. I'm like,
Yeah, you sound like a groomer. Ew.
I like how 11 is so close. Like it's so close to 12, but it's just not. Sorry, so close to like 10, but it's not there yet.
It's just smaller.
Yeah.
It's like when you're 18 and you look at 17-year-olds, like what?
Oh my god. Yeah. True.
I think it's how like school splits us.
Yeah, because like,
Mm.
yeah,
That's also
Usually
true.
12 and 13 is really not that far. 11 to 12, not that far.
Yeah.
But it's
Mm.
like one age away from elementary school to middle school. That's like,
Yeah. It feels like such a different world.
it's that mentality
Yeah.
switch. Like normally, especially if you're not in a community that has like people older than you, it's like really like a big switch of mentality. Similarly for me as well, like if I didn't know anybody who was like from college when I was a teenager, the whole perception is different. But then whereas on the other side,
Mhm.
when they are teenagers who already meet friends who are in college, they can they're able to like pick up on things a bit more. Their worldview will be a bit bigger.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Mhm.
Oh, that was juicy.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh good.
Right. So I do have a question actually. As someone who like you made a lot of your own assets, you made your own model, you made your own overlays and all that kind of stuff,
Yes.
right? Do you feel like it's given
Mm.
you like a boost, a head start, or like an advantage as a VTuber? Like your experience, would you say it improved it?
Definitely, and it is much better in terms of my wallet because I don't have to commission people. But it's also like a blessing and a curse because there's many times where I've been like, I don't know if I can make this asset or this animation or let's say this emote. I could just commission someone and get it done in 2 weeks, so my wallet might look a bit dry. But at the same time, what if I took those 2 weeks to learn how to do this properly? So there's a lot of pressure in a way to do things myself.
Mhm.
But the pride that comes out of it is also, somewhat of a reward.
That's true.
So yeah. Like I take a lot of pride in making a lot of my stuff. Though it doesn't mean that I made everything. There are some assets that are in my credits and those are also like mainly free assets. The only one I think I paid for is probably my text box because it was like someone coded it and then they put it up on Coffee for like really cheap. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna yoink this real quick. Thank you so much.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I think I also improved a lot compared to like my first time of making assets, especially my emotes, because I have emotes commission open.
Mhm.
And I think my art style developed a lot and my confidence in making emotes also improved.
It really
Yeah.
did, yeah. You have a really
Mhm.
nice, distinct art style. Like sometimes when you look at an emote, you go like, "Oh yeah, Noemi did
Yeah,
that one." I
same,
can tell.
same.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
it's really cool.
So it also comes to, I also remember like when Noemi changed her old model to the new one, it was like seeing that eyes when it changes color. I think that
Oh,
just hits
yeah.
different.
Oh, the demon eyes?
Yeah, that hits different.
Yeah. I knew that was like a big thing I wanted to add. Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's also because of those eyes that I saw. I remember I told you then was like, all right, I need to draw that. So that's how it came by. And then someone mentioned tongue. I remembered, and then I had to like, all right, that gotta happen now.
But it's really hard because obviously I want my streams to stay fresh, whether it be updating my model or my assets. Because my content is, I focus on only two things, right? Art and Apex. So there's no variety in that sense. So to keep things fresh, I want to either update my model or, have certain community events. And it's hard to work on those when, I'm juggling college, work, and streaming at the same time. So sometimes I'm very tempted to just commission just to get that off my plate.
Mhm.
But then like I think about, if I just manage my time better, I could do it. So like I pressure myself into making it anyway.
And you get it done, and you get it done well, sis. Good job.
Thank
I'm clapping, but I don't know if you can hear that.
It's gonna pick it up in recording, so no worries.
Nice.
Discord noise suppression, please pick this up.
Who inspired to be a VTuber? Like, do you have any role models or any VTubers you really admire? You would like to give them a shout out to?
So starting out, obviously, I was intrigued by Hololive Ian, and out of all of them, I've got to say my favorite, of course, is Ina. One,
Ooh.
she does a lot of art streams,
Yeah.
and she's hella good at it. And two, I think I was, I would say demotivated by a lot of VTubers when I saw how much they roleplay, because that's not something I'm interested in. So, but I understand that there is a viewership for it, and the person that does do the acting is putting a lot of effort into it. For example, someone like Pekora, right?
Yes.
I know she's putting a huge amount of effort into her acting, and she does it so well. Hachamatu is also very good. So those are some people I look up to, but personally, it's not something I like, and that's why I wasn't too into Hololive. I was more into Nijisanji because Nijisanji doesn't act that much, right? They're more streamers using a persona, and they do whatever they want. Whereas Hololive is more idol-like, which is why role playing is more their kind of genre. But Ina manages to sort of have this nice blend between them. Like, yes, she has her lore, she is this kind of character, but she's also not pushing her personality too far from what I imagine is her casual, or at least what I know, because obviously I haven't met her. But I feel like it's very natural. It's just what caught my attention. And I knew I wanted to sort of imitate that because I don't want to act. Acting is really tiring, in my opinion.
It is.
And if I'm going to stream, I want to have my usual energy, right? So she is one of the big ones. And for those streamers that I met along the way, there is Rosary Inc.
Oh,
She is my senpai. Oh my god. Okay, I believe that I probably would not be as motivated to stream if it weren't for her, because this was back when I first started. I think it was my first month or second, and I was very new. I had no one in the community, and she was my first raid, and it was like I think 29 people exactly. And I was like extremely overwhelmed, right? Because I didn't know how to react. I was just so grateful, and she was so kind. She even stayed and talked to us, and she introduced me to the Hawaiian VTubing community. That's how I got to know a lot of them, and they were the first VTubing community that I've got to meet, and they were all so nice. I still talk to them when I catch their streams. Some of them started like becoming inactive, which is really sad. But everyone's got their own things IRL. And I did try to catch Rosary streams. She's just like this big sis, senpai to me.
That's so cute.
And I think after that, it's like, holy crap, this community is so nice. She warmed me up to the community, and it made a huge impact on my view on streaming.
It relates to a bit like how when you play like a game, for me it was Maple Story, and you go in like with a guild, and then like you mentioned about how
Right.
some of them like slowly got didn't come online anymore. It's like some of the guild members just like don't come online anymore, and you just like that one tear in your eye. But it was good while it lasted.
Yeah. But you remember them, you
Yeah.
remember all the precious
Yeah.
moments. Yeah,
See you
exactly.
next week. Inactive for 3
Yeah.
years.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, my heart. Yeah, because like for me, I ventured into the Korean Maple Story when I was in my late
Oh.
teens. So because and there was an English community then, because it was like the cutting edge. So it's like, let's go in there. Then after a few years, they stopped playing. It's like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's another question here from production for you. So were there any any connection issues, audio issues, and streaming issues when you first started? Like and how did you
Oh my god.
and how did you overcome them to be the person you are today?
Yes, there were major issues. So I think I just got a hand-me-down PC at that time,
Mhm.
and it was really bad because the GPU was dying, and I was playing Apex at the time. And when you force the PC to run a game that it's not meant to run, it kills it even further. So I had this time where my GPU just started dying so much. It became 4 FPS on stream. And I remember feeling so sad because I knew instantly I had to stop streaming Apex. And then I had to completely stop streaming any games because that also couldn't work. So what I did instead was I played chess. I played chess on stream. And I got made a fool. There's meme videos out there of my misplays.
All right. Just gave you an idea for a chess tournament.
Let's
now.
go.
No, I'm so mad.
Let's really go.
Oh Lord.
Okay. And I remember, I don't know why, but I think I felt very pressured at the time because I was also just starting. It was, I think, 4 months into streaming, and I was starting to like build a community at the time. A small community when you start, and I felt so pressured to maintain it.
Yeah.
I felt like the content I was putting out is like below average, and it's kind of just dumping whatever I was. So I wasn't sure if I should just take a hiatus, call it quits, come back when I'm ready. But I'm so glad I didn't, because my community was so supportive, and no matter if I was doing chess or Tetris or even just chatting, they were still there and said like, "Oh no, don't worry, we enjoy this content. You look like an idiot in chess anyway." So I was like, okay. And I remember having like a tiny mini breakdown. I don't know if it's just me, but I think I just pressure myself too much. I remember breaking down to a friend saying like, I really wanted to do this VTubing well, but I don't know when I'll be able to get a PC upgrade. It was also during like COVID, so all the GPU prices, inflated. It just wasn't looking good. And then when I got my new PC, I was so goddamn happy. Yeah, and I could stream Apex again. Though I have to mention that PC I'm talking about right now, the GPU is dead, and I still haven't fixed it. Right now, I'm using my brother's PC.
What is like you mentioned just now, you work, you study, and you do VTubing at the same time. It can all be a little bit much, right? So what keeps you going? What's your main motivation, and how does it what's your main motivation, and how does it keep you going as a VTuber?
Honestly, I have this issue right now that I'm facing where I prioritize streaming over my work. So I obviously want to stream, and then I do my work in like DGen hours, which I shouldn't be doing. Like yesterday, like I did work until like 2 a.m. and then I think my time management has just gotten really bad. But to keep me motivated, I mean, I think I stream a lot to de-stress. Before it used to be, I want to put myself out there, I want to promote myself on streaming. But now it's when I'm lonely, when I'm de-stressing, and I don't think it requires much motivation nowadays. Before, I had a schedule, which was like 4 times a week, 6:30 p.m. every time, and that really quickly burnt me out. I had to make like a harsh decision to say like, guys, I can't do it. I need to probably tone it back and stream whenever I want, and then, I'll ping my Discord so you guys know. And it helped drastically. Like if you ever feel burnt out from streaming too much, just stream whenever you want. Like I think even your community will accept that you need a break sometimes. I want this to be something I want to do. You have to make sure you still have that interest, and it shouldn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel like a chore. And I think that's something I keep having and having to remind myself. It's very easy to stay motivated that way. Yeah.
While the stream was off for a second there, we were talking about bone or boneless chicken. And for some reason, Lazarus and Noemi had the most uncultured answer of boneless.
Uncultured,
No.
I can't believe you just said that.
No, I'm bone all the way.
Why?
Even with fish, you need bones. If
Why
there's
do
no
you
bones,
think
it
they
just
debone and fine dining? The convenience.
Because people who are rich are weak.
okay. I don't know about that, bro.
You guys disagree now. We have already ruined your team.
I'm gonna go back to that.
Let's go.
Lazarus, you got this. We're gonna convert Acasia.
Come on. Let's do this.
No, I'm just gonna say here. I'm sorry. I'm with the bones. I have
Why?
bones. I need bones.
Why?
No, if there are no bones, it feels like Play-Doh. Like think about it. Like, wait. Okay, if you eat fish, right, and it's deboned, it's like a whole fish, by the way, not like chopped up, a whole fish with no bones. Does that feel natural to you? Would you eat
Have
that?
you eaten salmon?
Oh my god,
I ate my salmon with bones, by the way.
You know, like
Sashimi.
steamed fish?
Okay, we're talking about raw fish or sushi. That's
Raw
a different thing.
fish.
You're supposed to put that whole thing in your mouth and nothing spits out. That's a different thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're not
Same thing
supposed
with
to
meat.
remove the bones. But
No. We are talking about dishes here, alright? We're not talking about sushi. We're talking about chicken rice, or in this case, like steamed fish when you go out for family dinner.
Okay. No, the only time where I would say that the bone is essential is only in ribs.
oh,
Ooh,
okay.
ribs is
Honestly,
good.
yes.
I like
yes.
that.
Yeah. Because you actually like what?
Nah, what do you mean?
Oh,
You want
wait.
deboned ribs? Hello?
No, I mean as in like it's not the only thing I would want to have my bones at. I
Oh.
would, for
Yeah.
example,
Let us
chicken
have
wing.
this middle ground.
Chicken wing is good.
A drumstick
Like,
with no
with
bone? What is
Drumstick
that?
without bones is weird.
Yeah, exactly.
I take the wing. There's a technique you can do to
Yeah, just
debone
like
You have to
it.
twist
debone
it,
it,
you twist
right?
it, right?
Yeah, you have to do
Yeah.
it when it's hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
don't you
doesn't-
do that? Isn't
Yeah,
that
we do
better?
that, but that's
It's not
because
like a-
there is a bone there.
Okay,
right?
but what if you could get served that?
No, I don't want to be served that. That's part of
Why
the meal.
not?
I want the whole
Why would you
chicken
want
wing.
that?
Why
I
go
want
with
a whole chicken wing.
effort?
Okay, no, look, if you have the bone in the meat, it gives a certain kind of feeling, a kind of flavor to it, right?
The
if you
taste is
debone it
better when
yourself-
there's a bone.
Yeah, but what if it's
Yes.
deboned already? Let's say
I-
it's the same meat from the same place, just that someone else deboned it for you. Would you
I
like
want no
it?
one to
Just get
touch
a
my,
chicken
my
nugget.
food. I'm doing it myself.
What do you mean no one touches your food? Everybody touches your food. in your kitchen.
I'm doing it myself.
The chef
Go to a
touches
farm
every part of the
then.
food.
Oh my
All right. Okay, which part of the chicken is your favorite part?
Breast.
Breast.
god. Thigh.
So you guys want a thigh guy?
Breast is my least favorite because I find it very dry, especially in chicken rice. It's like
Same.
I can't have just the chicken breast. It's so dry.
That's why you have
Nah.
soup. That's why you have sauce.
Yeah,
But it
it's-
doesn't
yeah,
help. It's
yeah.
just powdery.
Exactly.
It's like eating paper mache in your soup. Like,
Okay,
don't
no,
you
wait,
feel that?
hold up. The thing is this, okay? If your chicken breast from chicken rice is powdery, something is wrong. It's either it's been
Yeah.
left out for too long or they're cooking it
Yeah,
wrong.
it's not
it shouldn't be
fresh.
powdery.
it's definitely
You're
frozen
just
already
having
if it's
bad
powdery.
chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so
no,
so like
that's a fair argument. Oh shit.
yeah, so come on, let's do this.
My favorite is if I were to choose, it would be the thighs.
Yes.
Because those feels like a good balance between the part where it's like there's just like a very thin layer of the skin and then a meat, then the bone.
And then there's
I
the
think-
extra layer of skin under it.
Yeah. That's the
Yes.
good shit. That's the good
Not
shit.
only is it like big meat, it's also smooth, juicy meat. Like, come on. You
Yeah.
can't eat that.
Yeah, but you have to peel it apart from the bone.
So
Yeah,
you
then
still
do
have to
it
do it
lah.
with the breast. You still have to do it with the
Malas.
breast.
Bro,
There's a soft bone in breast. I mean, like, you can eat that too, but like, you
Yeah.
still peel it, you know?
You can eat it.
Just do it your own lah. What's so bad about, oh man, you guys are lazy, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You guys are just
See,
lazy.
there is extra flavor and convenience.
There's also
there's
extra flavor in it,
with
actually.
Okay,
inconvenience.
one thing as well is because for me, breast meat, there's way more meat to bone ratio.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean that's true. But it's also really dry.
Yeah, I think that my biggest issue is just too dry.
I can't eat the
For me, it's
KFC
like-
breast. I can handle it, but I can't finish. I can never finish the KFC breast.
I got an unpopular opinion. I don't like fried chicken.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude!
Wait,
what the fuck? I thought we
why?
were a team here, man. Like,
Hello?
what?
Okay.
Where are we going with this?
I'm gonna say
ended
I'm
recording
just gonna
here.
outright say it. All fried chicken tastes the same.
Wrong. Wrong.
Wrong.
I have a fried chicken account.
Uncultured ass. Have you tried Korean fried chicken?
But
Have
I
Have you
have.
tried
limbs?
KFC fried chicken?
They're all
I don't
different.
like KFC fried chicken.
And
I don't
like-
like
Okay, it's okay to not like KFC fried chicken because honestly,
That's
it's
fair.
hard to find
No,
nicer
the
ones
good
in
ones.
Malaysia.
The good ones.
Yeah, it's hard to
Oh,
find
oh,
nicer
yeah.
ones.
There is
Yeah.
one fried chicken they say it's like really good. I forgot what is it
Was
called.
it limb fried chicken?
No.
Noms?
It's also like a fast food chain, but I forgot what it's
A&W?
called.
Texas
No,
chicken.
no. Texas chicken, yes. I don't like Texas chicken.
That one also people can argue lah. But I
Yeah,
find that
that's fine.
for a fast food one, the best fried chicken is McDonald's in Malaysia.
Oh no, I
Why
find
McDonald's?
I find
It used to
McDonald's
be.
worse than KFC.
Because McDonald's is about the crust, right? And I don't like the skin. I don't like chicken skin.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why if you don't like it as well. But I also
Mm.
feel like with McDonald's, they used to be really, really good because if you go to the right outlet, it's really juicy, it's really crunchy, it's
When
really
you get them
crispy.
fresh. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
but even
exactly.
in some outlets, even if they're fresh, they taste doughy, they're really mushy. It depends on your
Mm.
outlet.
Really?
Yeah, it really, really does.
Have you tried Korean fried chicken?
Yes. It's good.
Kyochon, like those kind of things,
Kyochon,
right?
yes.
No, I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Why?
Okay, so I have this mentality where I won't call it mentality. So here's a habit I have. I don't dip.
You don't have to
You
do
don't
it.
have to
You
dip.
don't have to
No,
do
I
it.
mean no.
It's already so flavorful.
So
Yeah.
for example, so it's like I like it. I like things where it's just like like for example, French fries. I don't really dip into any sauce or anything. I just like to eat French fries as just salt.
It's
Yeah,
fair.
but
It's fair.
It doesn't have to
Same.
be.
So
Yeah.
because I don't like those where it's like flavored French fries or when you have soaked it in cheese already and stuff like that. I don't like that.
So soggy.
What?
Okay, what chicken did you have at Kyochon? Because I'm telling you, the only one that's worth it is the honey.
Yeah.
I think the honey is the one that I tried also.
Oh.
What?
You're messed up, I swear.
Gosh.
I just don't like fried chicken mainly because I just find it all tastes the same, honestly.
How about
They don't.
how about
They
like
don't.
food court Chinese fried chicken? The one that
Okay,
they
that's-
grill right in front
okay,
of
that's
you. Those
a
are so
different one.
good.
I think those are fine. Those are the best ones. I have to
Is
go
it
with.
because it's
Ah.
Chinese?
No. It's just
It's a cuisine
it feels
thing.
very okay. I think here's the main reason. It feels very different where you can see them fry the chicken in front of you and then you just give it to you straight. It's hot, piping. It's so much better than and then especially when you go into like those 小贩中心 food court places where they just fry it, they put it over there, you just take it and you eat it directly. And everywhere there's no air conditioner, it's just like fans. So it's very hot. So I think I like that feeling. And when you go to places like Kyoto with aircon blasting and having fried chicken doesn't feel right for me.
Huh?
Wait, so what if they had like a window where you could literally just see the fried chicken being like fried and blasted with like oil? Like, would you still eat it then?
No, I probably won't. It's the environment for me, I guess.
What if they turned off
Okay.
the AC for you? Like, just for you, they turned it off so you can
Yeah,
have
or-
the fried chicken
or
the
what
way you
if-
like it.
or what
You
if
know what? Why don't
Kyochon-
you just sit in the kitchen?
Okay.
Yeah, or what if Kyoto is prepared like in like a food court?
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
there's also a thing about price. I just think fried chicken
Okay.
is like if I would have a fried chicken, I would like the cheap ones like by the 小贩中心. I just think those are good enough for me.
Okay, that is a fair point, lah. If you bring up price, lah, because
The
And if
Kyochon
you-
is
if-
more on the high end. Yeah.
it is.
And also, like if you want to have good chicken, you just get gai fan.
I'm sorry, no.
No.
No,
No, I mean like
Ugh.
sorry, when I meant by price wise, like because to me all chicken is like almost the same for me. I just went with gai fan if I want to have chicken.
Okay, so on
Mm.
chicken, I think like the best like a mid-end chicken, like not too expensive one that you can get for like a well made one, and you have to eat it in the place is Nando's.
I don't like
Debatable.
Nando's.
You know what Nando's?
Oh,
I'm
what?
also
You
not a
don't
big
like
fan of Nando's.
Nando's?
I don't like Nando's.
Same,
Oh,
same.
I don't like Kenny Rogers. Like after you
Kenny
try
Rogers,
Nando's, you feel
mm-mm.
like Kenny Rogers is bad.
Nando's is dry. Nando's to me is dry.
I don't like the flavors of Nando's. It's not really a fried chicken. It's more
Okay,
of a
That's not fried
grilled
chicken. It's
chicken.
chicken. Yeah,
I'll-
but it's chicken.
I'll be
chicken, yeah.
honest, I kind of get by. I kind of understand a bit because Nando's is like you really need that sauce. Without the sauce, it just doesn't taste that good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
really,
don't
that's
eat
true.
spice, so the fucking lemon herbs ass.
Wait, you didn't eat spice?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Wasn't my first controversial topic spices for massos?
yeah,
Oh, you mean by that spice? Okay.
spiciness.
There's
Yeah.
there's two different things between spice and
Herbs.
spiciness.
Yeah.
Herbs and
When you
no,
say you don't like
spices.
spice, I just thought like you don't like Indian food.
Oh.
I mean,
but it's
Indian
also
food's
spicy though.
always majority spicy. Like
I
if
mean-
if you're talking about spices that are herbs, that's
Yeah,
fine. But
yeah.
like I'm not a big fan. But if it's
Yeah.
spices that are spicy, no, thank you.
Even for me, like lemon and herb and mild is good enough for Nando's. So
Yeah,
you really
actually,
need
yeah.
that extra
It's not
spice.
spicy at all because I cannot take it spicy
Yeah.
as well.
Mm,
So
mm.
I
It's
Same.
boring.
it's
I want salty. I want
Salty
I want,
good.
I want
gosh.
savory.
You guys
Mhm.
just want to be
Yes,
unhealthy.
yes.
That's it.
You know what? Sometimes the MSG adds to the flavor and it's just so much better.
Yeah.
So, like-
it's true. We all can agree that MSG is good
Yeah.
in moderation. In moderation, though. In
Guys, you're all
everything in
getting
moderation.
brainwashed by Uncle Roger.
This isn't
MSG
an
is
Uncle
ki-
Roger thing, bro. This is
You
a
know, there's
Xian
no
thing.
scientific proof that MSG is bad for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently it's
no,
propaganda.
yeah,
Sorry?
Mhm.
it seems to be propaganda, and the thing is, everything in moderation is fine because it's just some sort of salt.
Mm-hmm,
And
It's
then-
chemical salt, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
as long as you
amazing.
just as long as you don't overdose it, like 10 teaspoons in
Ah,
a
come
cup
on.
of
Oh,
noodles,
no,
and
that's, mm-mm.
Don't overdose in anything.
Yeah.
So it works.
It's good.
Alright, so that's our daily food topic.
So we can agree that MSG is good, but everything else we have a fight. But okay.
Yes.
Is that a middle
Wait.
ground?
It brings
I'm
all
s-
the Asians together.
Yeah.
I still think chicken is best bone. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. Chicken bone, yeah.
Let's agree to disagree.
So I wasn't around the first time we did the recording that was that Acacia was the guest host, but there were some topics I wanted to bring up regarding VTubers because I've never had like a proper conversation about it. I brought it up a few times on stream, but never really to another VTuber. So I want to know your views on groups and agencies for VTubing.
Ooh.
So Acacia, were you ever interested in joining? Did you ever feel pressure to join one, especially since it's such a huge culture in VTubing?
Definitely the perks. The perks were what kind of drew me in. But I have definitely found interest in joining groups and agencies. I have tried to audition for a couple of major agencies as well, to no avail. But it's fine. It's okay. We'll get through this, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
There was also one group that I did join. I think there was just it honestly was kind of on me. I kind of went in with the wrong mindset, along with the fact that at that time I was very down to do collaborations. Whereas about 3 months later I realized I'm not in the headspace for this. I'm not sure if I can handle this. I actually broke down over this as well. So the only thing that's really turning me off from agencies is the expectations of how frequently you're expected to collab, which is kind of my only thing. But what about you though?
Personally, when I first joined, like even in my debut stream, I mentioned like one of my goals, I want to join a VTuber group, whether it be big or small. And there's a difference between groups and agencies, right?
Yeah,
Groups
for
are
sure.
more of like a group of friends coming together and they collab a few months and then they promote each other on each other's streams.
Mhm.
But there's no real contract to it. It's just more of like an understanding between a few people, a few VTubers.
Mhm.
Whereas agencies, obviously you have your schedule, you have your manager, and that also appealed to me. I think I was appealed to both because it was really big in the community, right? And everyone was joining, everyone was interviewing, like auditioning, I mean. But over time, I kind of realized that I like streaming solo because I personally find it very hard to interact with my community while also being like a friendly host to whoever
Completely
I'm
agree.
collabing with.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And because there's also like a personality switch between how I talk to people and how I talk to chat. Because when I talk to
Yes.
people, I'm obviously more chill, whereas when I talk to chat, I try to be a bit more active,
Wild.
wild.
Be more
So, yeah.
open.
Like more interactive and also like, try to maintain a conversation with them, which I feel is very important to keep people staying in your stream rather than just a hi bye, which you can't really do if you're already having an ongoing conversation with someone you're collabing with, right?
Completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as the longer I stream and the more I recognize my streaming style, I think I slowly, realized that an agency or a group wouldn't be something I wanted to be doing.
That's definitely fair. I also feel like when it comes to collabs, there is also a clash in the way you communicate, because some people, when it comes to their streams, they're very comfortable talking to their chat the way they're talking to fellow hosts. For them, it's very natural. Whereas for people like us, we talk pretty differently when it comes to new people, when it comes to people we know, when it comes to people in chat, stuff like that. And sometimes when you're speaking in this specific way, and they're speaking in their specific way, it doesn't line up even though you get along off stream. Yeah. So it's also really draining to be expected to collab often as well. So there is that whole thing.
I also feel like I categorize myself as like a social chameleon. So when I'm interacting with a certain person, let's say if I was just having a one-on-one conversation with Aza or Lazarus, I would get their vibes and I try to imitate them, right? But yeah, like you said on the stream, there's a clash between how you talk to a certain person and how you talk to chat. So I recognize this with like people in the past. Like I remember talking to someone that was really active in talking, and then I would try to keep up their pace too. And then it didn't match up because I was also missing opportunities talking to chat, and I would feel kind of awkward to interact with chat because I know that I would have to make that switch.
Yeah.
And a big thing is I don't understand why, but it's not common sense to mute yourself in a collab when you're two-way streaming.
Yes,
Oh my
exactly. But it's
God.
also really difficult because sometimes you don't know you're unmuted and you accidentally
Right.
go like, "Hey yo!"
I've actually
know?
done like the opposite where I mute and then I talk to her and then I unmute and then I talk to chat.
Oh my god,
I'm
same.
so embarrassed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do collabs. And for those who like do collabs often, all the time with like a really, really active chat, I only have so much respect. Like I literally have so much respect. Yeah, it's really, really hard to do. So
Also, I have questions like because for the two of you, you guys are not VTubers. Oh wait, Azad, do you consider yourself a VTuber? Or?
No. I'm more of an artist. That's all.
Would you say that watching VTubers from an agency or a group, would you say it affects differently? Like how open you are to talking to them on stream? Like, would
So
you
he-
reach out to them, kind of thing?
So hearing from the way you two, it's okay. So when you guys mentioned about collabs, one of the struggles that I think that will come from collabing is when two different VTubers with different ways of interacting with each other. So for example, I will assume both Acasia and Noemi, you both are more on the open side. So you have a lore, but you are more of yourself when you're in streaming, right? There are also a few VTubers who sticks with their lore and play a personality. When you collab with people like this, there will be a clash when it's like interacting with your audience, and then you interact with your fellow collab partner. So there's definitely that kind of struggle.
Yeah.
I actually feel like collabing with somebody who has that kind of persona is not really that difficult to play into it. Like you could just go like "Ayo" and like go into their inside jokes, you know. But there definitely is that like kind of divide between the way they talk offline and the way they talk online. So it's hard. It's kind of hard to gauge how the dynamic will be when you're actually streaming. That's definitely something to consider.
No, I'm seeing this from the viewer's perspective because in the viewership, you have two groups of people. One who came to see the persona of your collab, the collab partner, and the other one to see your personality in the stream itself. So trying to switch those two between the viewers itself is quite tough because you will get both of these at the same time.
That's true.
So it's either your collab partner has to be themselves at one point, or you have to play a personality at one point. So is that switch gets a bit tough.
It gets jarring, is it?
Yeah. But back to the whole group and agencies, I personally don't have I don't really mind if whoever I'm watching is from agency or not. It's more if I like the personality I'm watching, that's all it matters to me. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up now. I think we've been talking for almost about 2 hours.
Oh, yeah,
Let's save some spicy ones for the upcoming streams.
Let's go.
I may have said streams, but because we do in fact will have a Twitch live stream in the future coming days where we
Let's
will
go.
basically do something like this interview or talk with other VTubers or other streamers, other people on Twitch, and it makes it spicy when you have like chat running by also. So you have bad food opinions, and then the chat will come along and join. Then you can make polls. I think those will be very interesting.
True.
All right.
Indeed.
Watch out for our Twitch account that might be coming out soon. And let's get it. All right.
Let's get
so
it.
until then, I'm Aza,
I'm Lazarus.
I'm Acasia.
And I'm Noemi.
and let us tell you more about it in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.